Hey everyone, and welcome back to the network, where today we're taking a look at yet another retro console accessory, this time being the Xbox Live Starter Kit. So this came out for the original Xbox and was kind of like your all-in-one, well, starter kit for Xbox Live, where it came with a headset, an Xbox Live subscription, and in this case, a game. Now, I actually saw one of these on the shelf at a local retro game store probably about a decade ago, and it was only $20 at the time, and I didn't pick it up. So I'm kind of kicking myself for that, but needless to say, I eventually did get one in the flesh. Now, you may be wondering, but Xbox Live is like completely gone at this point. Microsoft killed it, and the original Xbox Live has been shut down for almost 20 years at this point. So why would you want one of these things today? And in response to that, there is actually an Xbox Live replacement called Insignia that you can set up. We do have a video going over how to get your console all hooked up and running with that, and this headset actually is supported through that, so you can still communicate through game chat on your original Xbox to this day, which is awesome. But without any further introduction, let's actually take a look at what this Xbox Live Starter Kit actually comes with. So as you can see by looking at the packaging, we have the original Xbox Live logo, which looks pretty nice. It says over here now with Crimson Skies, because originally it was just a headset and an Xbox Live subscription that you would get with these. Then later on, it came with this Xbox Live arcade disc, so you could play some arcade games. And then of course, with one of these revisions, it ended up coming with Crimson Skies, which is actually a really fun flight game. If you haven't played it, definitely check it out. So this actually has like one of those Velcro opening things, so you can kind of get a little more information on Xbox Live. It shows that you have 3 different ways to connect. You can use your PC directly to a router, or you can use a direct connection to your landline, it's showing in this picture, so that I'm not really sure about. Then you have a section for the games and a list of which ones currently support Xbox Live, including down here it says coming soon is Halo 2, so that kind of dates, you know, when this kit was manufactured. Then if you take a look at the side, it just says play now, and then shows you like a little list of all the stuff that's included. On the back, it lists some key points for what you get with Xbox Live, and then on this side you just have the system requirements, and that's pretty much it. Now this is a used copy, so I'm assuming pretty much everything is in here, but there are no guarantees when it comes to that. So if we take out, I guess let's just take everything out, and then we'll go through it all one by one. So first off, we have our copy of Crimson Skies, The High Road to Revenge. Apparently it's the best Xbox Live game, and then you can see down here, it is a not for resale copy, indicating that it did come in this kit. And other than that, it's in really good condition for this being used. You of course have the game in there and its instruction manual, and that's pretty much it. It's a pretty standard copy of Crimson Skies. The only thing that kind of separates this from, you know, a normal retail copy is this not for resale logo. So that's pretty neat, in case, you know, you wanted a copy of Crimson Skies that's like a somewhat obscure variant. Then next up we have our 12-month subscription of Xbox Live that came included with our starter kit. Now these things came with like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, a couple days, so depending on which starter kit variant you got, you'd get a different one of these subscription cards, and this one appears to be unused by the looks of it. I would scratch that off, but I think it's kind of neat just having this as like sort of a keepsake, you know, a piece of gaming history of the old Xbox Live subscription cards. Now what's kind of funny about these is I ended up finding one in like a game that I got from Pawn America at one point when I was younger, and I tried redeeming the code on, you know, the Xbox 360 because I didn't have an original Xbox at the time, and naturally it didn't work. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It came with Xbox Live, it looks all retro, let me see if it works. And yeah, no, it doesn't. And this thing for sure will not work at this point because Insignia does not require these codes, and Xbox Live is pretty much kind of dead on the 360 at this point, given the fact that they shut down the store. So this purely is just a keepsake, little memento. It is funny though that someone bought this kit and then never actually used the code. Alright, then we have this, what looks to be a quick start guide for how you can connect your Xbox to Xbox Live and the internet. So you have the direct connection where it can go to the cable or DSL modem. Then you have a router, or it can connect to your PC. Then we pretty much just have that same bit of information, but in 3 different languages it looks like. It just says sign in, insert any Xbox Live enabled disc, and then choose Xbox Live, and then you'll be able to play. You can check to see if your internet provider is Xbox compatible. That's kind of funny. That just kind of shows you back in, you know, 2000 One, how things were in the whole gaming scene and how arguably things were better. Alright, then we have this Xbox Live plug-in thing. It's a Welcome to Xbox Live book. Up and running, it's so easy to get gaming in minutes. And this is pretty much like a little advertisement for, I guess, the sort of games that you can expect to play with Xbox Live. This, I'm pretty sure, is from Halo 2, which is cool, because at the point when this kit came out, Halo 2 was not out. It says, "Congratulations on joining the thriving Xbox Live community, and welcome to the greatest gaming experience you can imagine. This is where you'll be teaming up with friends and Spartans or Covenant in Halo 2 matches, taking on tons of opponents on the way to Super Bowl glory and Madden, and swapping critical information with teammates using your Xbox communicator and Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow matchups." Then you have plug-in content, so this is just kind of showing you everything you have. Oh, there's a $5 off rebate for the official Xbox Magazine Editor's Choice Rally game, Rally Sports Challenge 2. I guess that's probably not valid at this point. Xbox Live is always on and always buzzing with gamers looking to play its complete entertainment experience, and we're here to guide you through the many activities and events. In no time at all, you'll be getting yourself into the games, making friends, and discovering yourself in the world of Xbox Live. So it tells you about, you know, your friends, how you can do quick match, how you can opt in for news, visiting the forums, pretty much just matchmaking stuff, it looks like. If I can find like a PDF upload of this, I'll go ahead and link it down in the comments in case you guys want to flip through this digitally and take a look at everything this thing has to offer. Ooh, look, there's a list of all the games that support Xbox Live. That's pretty neato. That's a pretty cool little book. It definitely kind of, you know, dates the thing. Oh, here's our little $5 mail-in rebate for this random Rally Sport Challenge 2. That's nice. Yeah, this was pretty much a neat little book of pretty much the infancy of original Xbox Live, and then kind of, you know, what it would turn into through the Xbox 360 era, into the Xbox One, and then, you know, Xbox Series like we are today, with it pretty much just being dead. Alright, then we also have an official Xbox Magazine little free issue thing. It's a sign-in card, so you can put your name, your address, all that sort of doodad. It's funny though, it doesn't have a spot for you to insert your credit card information as these usually do, so I guess you're just supposed to mail the card back. And do you get it for free? Yeah, you do get one free issue of the Xbox Magazine and a demo disc, so that's fun. That's neat. These things were pretty common in a lot of games. You'd get, you know, like subscribe to the magazine or whatever. You see them a lot in the LucasArts games. Those typically have never been touched. Then you also have a little pamphlet on how the Xbox Live Communicator, or how the Xbox Communicator functions. We'll go over this in a bit, but it's pretty neat that this thing comes included and kind of goes over, you know, how you wear it and the sort of features and whatnot. Your pretty standard instruction manual. And then you have your Xbox Live Communicator attachment doodah. Obviously this kit wasn't really used that much because it's still sealed in the tape, which is pretty neat. And pretty much what this thing would do is it would plug in the top of your original Xbox controller into one of the memory card slots, specifically the top one. I tried putting it in the bottom. It does not work in the bottom. It has to go in the top. And then you have this little button here that you could use to mute yourself. And there's a little LED there that would kind of tell you, you know, if you're muted or not. On the side, you have a volume dial so that you can, you know, make the guys louder or quieter in your ear. And in the top, you have this little jack for you to insert your headset, which it kind of uses the old 360 style of headset where it's got that micro millimeter jack. I don't know the exact width or dimensions of it. So if you have one of those, I think you just have to like cut away some of the plastic so it fits in this hole, and then you could use one of those with this. You don't technically need to get the original Xbox, you know, starter kit headset in order to make use of one of these adapters. So here we have the original Xbox Live headset, and you can kind of see it comes in two pieces. You have this nice little Xbox logo with a ear muff, and then you have your microphone, which is missing its pop filter on this one because I guess it was not made of the very best foam, so they just kind of deteriorate over time. I think it might, nope, it is completely gone. I thought it might have still been in the box, but no, it is just deleted. Yeah, pretty much what you would do with this thing is you have this little Xbox headband here, and there's this little like notch in either side, and with that notch you could take this clip here and attach the headset to it, and then you could attach it from there to yourself and listen into the game or do whatever. Apparently this thing is really uncomfortable to use for prolonged periods of time. We'll put this thing on and just, you know, try it out here in a bit, but yeah, this is pretty much the original Xbox Live headset. It's some futuristic sort of accounting, or not even accounting, but like receptionist style headset. And then, of course, you have the sort of translucent green cable that the original Xbox was known for with its controllers. And then the super duper tiny audio jack that I was talking about before. And now that I'm looking at this, it actually has the Xbox logo imprinted on the jack. Like, that is a pure bit of attention to detail here, if I gotta say. And so with this thing, you could plug it into the top of the communicator adapter. And then there you go. You now have yourself a wired headset that you can use to trash talk to people in the game, which is great. I find it funny that that even was like an advertising point that Microsoft used, is you could use this thing to trash talk. I'm like, okay, thanks Microsoft, thanks for promoting this sort of behavior. With that, that's pretty much everything that came included with the starter set. And then again, some releases did come with a copy of the Xbox Live Arcade, which includes Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and that's pretty much it. You know, it's a pretty standard disc. The Xbox Live Arcade, what you used to be able to do is pop this into your Xbox, and then you could purchase games to play and download there. I'm pretty sure this thing does not work as of now because those servers are long gone. I don't know if Insignia has gotten to like loading backups of these on there so you can play them still. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this thing on real quick just so you can look at what this is like when you're actually wearing it, and then we'll go ahead and wrap the video up. Okay, so here we are with our Xbox branded little headband thingy Meduda and our little microphone attachment. And since I predominantly wear headsets on the right side of my head, what I'm going to do is attach this to the right side of the headband, if I can get the snap in there. The good thing is this may be about 20 years old, but that clip is really holding up. Now, because this thing is designed to go on either side of your head, you can actually swivel the microphone arm around so that, you know, it's a little more comfortable with your desired head side preference for your microphones. Then pretty much all you do is slot this thing on, sort of like behind your ear, and reposition your microphone and you're good to go. I kind of look like I'm a service call center, you know, sort of individual wearing this thing on my head. But that's pretty much how gaming was in the early 2000s. Everybody was just a telemarketer on their thing, trash talking to one another. But with that, let's head back to the table and wrap this video up. So that's pretty much everything that was included in the original Xbox Live starter kit. I just thought that it'd be kind of cool, you know, picking one of these things up and kind of going over what, you know, you would get in it back in the day. So I'm actually curious to know how many of you have actually picked one of these up recently, either for like collector's reasons or, you know, actually had one back in the day. So go ahead and leave a comment down below and share a memory of the Xbox Live starter kit, because I think it'd be really cool to share and sort of revisit the memories that you guys have for this kind of obscure gaming accessory. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, remember to drop a like and make that subscribe button glow so that you don't miss any future content. And if you have any suggestions for any other retro console accessories you'd like us to take a look at, be sure to leave it down in the comments or pitch it at our official Discord server, link down below in case you're interested in stopping by. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.